Hey man, say man. Welcome to episode 53 of Check the Stats podcast.
What the fuck? It go down. Wait, down. Don't leave me hanging. It goes down.
Can you move the song
to the left or just out the frame?
Yes.
To the left or out the frame?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I think he is back here.
No, y'all just shut up.
You see what we doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Watching the game and shit. You know what come with that? Them stats. You know what you gotta do? You gotta check them hoes. Hey, welcome to Check the Stats. Saying like Brian Thomas is like extremely better than him. They're like hand in hand right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it as like, what have you done lately? Like that's really what I'm looking at.
But what has, like, he had a crazy rookie season for sure.
Season, yeah.
But is that enough to surpass
Like
CD
Lamb? It got potential too.
If he got potential, Versea!
Hold on. I put him over him. Dang, I'm saying like
bro. He done walked out the apartment. Dang. Oh shit. Oh my God. Bro. Ain't nothing like some Gatorade and electrolytes in your system. Get you boosted up, man. Hey, man. Welcome back to another episode of Check the Stats podcast, man. I'm your host, T-Cal. Here to the left of me got my co-host, Big Omari. Here to the right, we got my other co-host, Big Versea in the building, man. In the back, you already know who it is, man. The host is himself, man. Big Jess in the building. Man, life going good. Can't complain, man.
Can't call it. I'm just my spoiler.
Hey, this dude here, bro. Hey, this dude here. Man, life is nothing but blessings as of late, bro. But I mean, shoot. The blessings really been this Eastern Conference Finals and these games going on. I mean, shoot, ain't nothing short but spectacular games to every single finish. I mean, Western Conference, they started heating up as of recently before, OKC got blown out by 41. So, sorry, Mark. But
who up in the series though?
Hold on. Last time OKC was in the Western Conference Finals up 3-1. What happened?
KD changed the face of the NBA as we knew it.
Another chapter.
How many years ago was that?
Back then.
Enough to be memorized.
How many years ago was that? Chat, let me know, bro. Ain't nobody about these years. Anytime a good team is up, niggas start talking crazy, bro. Like,
We ain't talking crazy. We just want y'all to handle business.
We speaking facts, but anyway, speaking about facts, man. Game 4 just occurred. Big Jess, kick us off, brother.
Yes, sir. Like you said, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with the Wolves. They, at times, might have thought that they had control, but just like that, it's 3-1. So, what do you think happened Game 4?
we locked their ass up. That's it. All we did was contain Ant and Julius Randle, bro. That's all we did. We made adjustments. The co-stars, they did what they should do. They did what they supposed to do. That was all it was, bro. Like, J-Dub hooped, Shade had 40, Chet hooped, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody just handled their business. And if the Thunder can continue to do that, that's how you will win the game. We already played great defense. That's all we have to do is continue to limit and have him put up the little, what he had, like 20, I think, or 17 to 20 points. 16, my bad. 16 points, that's good. Julius Randle, he had only 6. Come on, man. If we can continue to limit them, 5, my bad. If we can continue to limit them, that's all that matters. And then we win the game, that's it. Because you got to rely on, DiVincenzo and Jaden McDaniels, my bad, and that's it.
I'm sorry. I can't agree with that bullshit, bro.
We bad. just did it.
We just did
Check it.
Look.
How?
Look, it's not that I think that you're wrong. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I said that I agree with you. I just don't think that that's the biggest reason. Like, at the end of the day,
If we can limit it. How do we not win the game if we don't limit
limiting the team's best player is one thing. But that's what you got ancillary pieces for. That's what you got guys like Jaden McDaniels who gave you a cool 20 ball. That's what you got guys like DiVincenzo who came in and gave a little spark at spurts and times.
Yeah.
But,
True.
damn, I feel bad because that man I thought had an amazing playoff run so far. Feel like he's reverting back to his old ways. Julius.
JR.
What the fuck is you doing, bro?
Exactly.
1 basket on 7 shot attempts, 5 points. You had a -2 plus minus, and the game was decided by 2 points.
Yes.
I'm not saying that those 2 points could have changed the series, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, from my second best player on my team, I do not expect you to have the 5th most shot attempts on your own team to the point where 3 guys on the bench are getting more looks than you. You got to play better. And we know he's going to get the lion's share of the blame because of the fact of, like, he's the star player. He's the face of the NBA, or at least he's in those talks for American-born players. But at the same time, it's like, at what point does the buck stop with you? The games that you play great, the team relatively does well outside of game 1. The games where you play like shit, the team plays like shit. The engine isn't you, but you are a humongous piece to this puzzle that Minnesota trying to utilize in order to win a championship, or at the very least get to the finals. And if you can't produce, then the buck stops at Ant. And we want to make Ant's job as easy as possible, which means you got to pick your shit up.
And you the horsepower, nigga.
Man, somehow, I mean, shoot, 4 points in the first half is just unacceptable, truthfully. I mean, 4 points, 2 shot attempts.
And 1 point in the second.
Like,
Do we think Ant has cooled off, or do you think he got schemed out?
it's just defensive schemes. I mean, they're in the gaps. Every PNR they run, which is a pick and roll for the people at home that don't know what PNR is. You in the gap.
Box.
They're literally in the gap, and they're forcing him to make somebody else beat them.
And it's crazy
to that
because
extent too.
not to
Go
cut
ahead.
you off, but like, it's crazy because those are high PNRs.
Like they're living with 4-on-3, knowing damn well y'all can't beat R3. And mind you, they 3 there, they're like 5 or 6 players. How great defensively OKC is. I mean, every trap, it's like they're like, even the shots they're hitting. Like Minnesota was hitting yesterday. I'm like, damn, like they rotated quick as hell. Like they was just right here. Now they in their face with a hand contested. I'm like, man, like they are flying.
Your church chamber.
I mean, I wouldn't even say Dort. I'd say more the fact that like it's the other guys, like the guys that are getting talked about, like Case and Wallace, that's going out there give you 28 minutes and just a constant pest, constant hound on Anthony Edwards. Then you got Caruso, you know, veteran, elite defender. He's just gonna make your life just hell. And then you got J-Dub. He was second team all defense this year. And shoot, I mean, it's like the more and more I'm watching him in the playoffs, the more and more respect I have for him. But in a sense, though, I feel like OKC Whistle is just like, it's crazy when it comes to like how they're able to defend. Like they're able to be way more aggressive playing defense than Minnesota is on the other hand. And it's like clear as day. Like. And
They had
like,
more fouls than us yesterday. They had more free throws than us.
But they're playing like the turnover margin was 10 plus, so by far. But just imagine like you playing outside park rules. You able to I can do this to you all day long, and if you call a foul, then it's like you weak. Like so you're not getting as many calls translated to like an actual league game, like how we play in the league and. That's a foul. Everything is a foul. I think it's a difference on how you go about your game when the officiating is going 2 different ways.
I think also what benefits the Thunder is because of the fact that they're so confident in their small ball lineup to where they have Caruso basically making Rudy Gobert, who's already a non-factor on the offensive side of the ball, even more of a non-factor.
Yeah.
The smaller guys is always going to get the benefit of the doubt against the bigger guys because they can hound them, they can hack them, they could basically beat them up because of the fact that they're so small. Everything that they're doing looks incidental, whereas if I was to do the same thing to someone that's half my size, it's going to look 10 times worse than it actually is. So I think it benefits them tremendously that they could put essentially 3-4 guards and a wing out there and be basically smooth on the defensive side of the ball.
And I feel like Sam Presti don't get enough credit. I mean, I know we giving him his proper credit, but he deserves a little more because the scouting department of bringing these level of guys in that's going to go, man, you're going to be elite on defense. Like, you're not going to be good. You're going to be elite. Case and Wallace is elite on defense. Like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm not going to sit here and say he's elite, but he's a good defender. Like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a good defender. You got Chet Holmgren, who's going to be in Defensive Player of the Year talks in a couple years. I mean, his shot blocking ability, his ability to change the trajectory of a shot is already there. You're 7'3", 7'4". I mean, he had 3 blocks yesterday.
His recovery is insane.
I mean, insane. So, like, them being able to...
Wimby for Rookie of the Year.
Nah, it weren't. It's never close. I feel like it's gonna be real interesting when it's time for contracts and situations like that because Chet, he's really supposed to be like that Robin, and then J-Dub is supposed to be that third option.
He supposed to be like Nightwing or some shit.
As of now, it's really dangerous. Just more the fact like J-Dub is actually like at that second option, and they're still like successful. And like Shai said it at the presser yesterday, he was like, it's crazy because these guys are young. Like, these guys are, like, still, like, trying to find that confidence. Like, he's not going in with an established team. He's going in with a team of 22, 23, 24s. He's one of the oldest players. He's 26, and he's leading these guys damn near to the finals within one game. I mean, it's literally like...
Caruso is the oldest player on that team, and he's 30.
Just 30.
He's 30.
This isn't a topic. I just want to quickly ask how y'all feel about J-Dub All NBA 13.
It's like I don't like it just off the fact like you got guys like Devin Booker that didn't make it, and like if you really just think about it, you're like, all right, like they were the best team in the league. They won 68 games. He was a huge factor of why they won those games. But at the end of the day, I mean, damn, like D Book is out here averaging 27 points, about 7-8 assists on a bad team, mind you. But all NBA is based off of the top 15 players in the league. And quite frankly, I don't think J-Dub is the top 15 player, even despite all the injuries that happened throughout the league. Mm-hmm. So, like, I just don't feel like he was a third-team All-NBA player. Now, all defensive team, I can see that.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he averages a lot of steals, and he's really great on ball. I mean, his hands are very active. I mean, great laterally.
He's deceptively strong, too.
Yeah.
Literally. But, I mean, he came up huge yesterday with 6 threes. He went 6 for 9 from 3, 34 points. I mean, 13 to 24 from the field. I mean, he played his ass off. Yeah. And that's the thing that shocked me the most is just the fact that, like, the criticism that I was having on him, but, like, dang, like, will he ever step up to the plate and basically live up to the hype that was being given to him? I mean, they thought so highly of him, the league gave him third-team All-NBA. They thought so highly of him, they gave him an All-Star appearance this year. Yeah. They gave him an All-NBA team. So, like, the league is starting to catch on with J-Dub. Right. But his postseason performance up to that point just wasn't equating what they was giving until last night.
Yeah, him and that Nuggets series was like, it was off.
Yeah.
All right, so the Wolves might have fumbled that one, but we got a lot to talk about these playoffs. Let's go ahead and switch gears to the East. So the Pacers versus Knicks. Who has more to lose, the overachieving team or the team that's carrying the city?
It's the Knicks, and it's not even close. The Pacers, for a large part of time, we looked at them as having like a little bit of a Cinderella run over the past 2 seasons of getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. But at a certain point in time, we have to respect them as a talented team. And with the ascension that Tyrese Haliburton has had, with the way that Mark Carlisle. Hey,
Rick Carlisle?
Rick Carlisle, my bad.
You said Tyrese Haliburton. What?
Tyrese Haliburton, his ascension is crazy, especially in these playoffs. Rick Carlisle, as a coach, he's done a damn good job of utilizing and maximizing the players that he has while getting them the minutes that they ultimately have deserved. But at the same time, like, I'm looking at these Knicks and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a team that is one of the biggest brands in the NBA. This is a title or bust town. And even though they haven't had a lot of postseason success in the past, like, when you get the all-NBA caliber players like Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, when you make the moves of acquiring Mikal Bridges for more assets than what Luka Doncic was warranted off of from the Dallas Mavericks.
That was crazy.
When you end up making moves of breaking up the Villanova 4 to get a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, when you have a guy like Josh Hart and making trades with the Raptors like OG Anunoby, like you got all of these pieces geared for a title run. You got all these pieces geared for some type of postseason success, and ultimately, up until this point, you haven't done shit, if I'm being honest, because you've only been to the second round until you got knocked off by the Pacers last year, or you got knocked off by the who was that they played? The Heat when they went to the finals. When you got knocked off by the Hawks in the past. Now it's looking to the point where it's like if they don't get out of this 2-0 hole, then at this moment in time, it'll be nothing short of a failure, especially with them walking into the Eastern Conference Finals. Forget the fact that they're presumably penciled in to face OKC. This is home court advantage. You lost back-to-back games on the road, and it took a miracle just for you to scrape Game 3 away. We'll see what happens in Game 4, but at the end of the day, like, when you got all of these pieces, when you're the more talented team going up against a team like Indiana Pacers, you gotta step up to the plate, and if they don't, then it'll just be a disaster.
I think the Pacers just got more depth, though.
Yeah,
Way more depth than them.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just Brunson, Cat, you know what I'm saying, Hart.
I think what this series to me taught me, just kind of similar to like the Mavericks versus the Celtics last year, is like depth versus talent. Depth, it seems like it's going to win 9 times out of 10 all the time. Mm-hmm. And this is just a prime example.
So I keep saying the team with the best bench is probably going to win.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm looking at it more like from the Pacers standpoint of expectations. Like, obviously, going into the year, and especially after trade deadline when the Cavs got DeAndre Hunter from Atlanta, that the expectation was for the Cavs to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Celtics. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, they both got knocked off. So the next team we were looking at was obviously New York. I mean, Indiana to a lesser degree, but even still, I think in every series, they really been ruled as the underdog from playing Milwaukee in the playoffs. I mean, even though it was a 4-5, they were close in the standings by like 1 game or so. I mean, it's Giannis. Like, people are going to give Giannis that bump. And then you got second round going against the best team in the Eastern Conference, arguably the best team throughout the league before OKC separated towards the end. And then you get a New York team that done defeated Boston, that's relatively healthy coming into it, has some rest. I mean, it all kind of like plays in the favor of like Indiana was here last year. Like, I don't think people are giving him, like, they got obviously swept, of course, by the better team, but Indiana made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Nobody gave them their proper respect or was like, hey, bro, like, and it's rightfully so. Like, Tyrese Haliburton was ruled the most overrated player in the league. Indiana is a small market. They was mid throughout, like, the whole first half of the season, and obviously now coming out, they saying that Andrew Nembhard was injured. So that's kind of the reason why their team didn't ascend to the levels that they are now. But I just don't I can't sit there and say that the Pacers are off the hook when it comes to having some type of expectation of winning. And I feel like we didn't give them the proper respect from their last year run, despite the injuries. And, we can say all that BS. Yeah. But then I feel like the Pacers have a little more. They have a little more to lose if they don't win, because realistically, do we think the Pacers got too many good chances of coming back to the Eastern Conference Final for years to come? I'm not sure about that.
Well, we said the same thing after they made it last year. And, I mean, hell, look at where they are now. I mean, the playoffs, in a sense, is a bit of talent, is a bit of coaching and execution, X's and O's, and it's also a little bit of luck. And while the Pacers have been on the right side of luck, who's to say that they can't do it again for a potential third time?
Which loss leads to more offseason moves?
New York for sure.
New York.
You can't invest that level of money in Karl Anthony Towns after. I mean, and truthfully, this is kind of far for them. Like, in a sense, like, I know we was expecting it was supposed to be a New York versus Boston Eastern Conference Finals. After that, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby and Cat trading. Mm-hmm. But that was the conference finals everybody was expecting. Now the season went on and plans switched. Right. But at the end of the day, you brought Cat here for a reason. to be a co-star to Jalen Brunson before Jalen Brunson gets the bag. Jalen Brunson is about to touch damn near close to $300 million, if not over $300 million, because he took the pay cut originally coming here on a kind of a prove-it deal. I mean, shit, he proved it all right. I mean, second team All NBA. I mean, clutch player of the year. I mean, the list go on and on about the accolades of Jalen Brunson. But I'm not investing that level, the max level money for a player like Cat if he can't get us to the promised land over a team that we should be favored over.
I think I agree with that, and also you got to keep in mind too, when they knocked off the Celtics, that was like a breath of fresh air for Tom Thibodeau, because how many more chances or bites at the apple do you think you're gonna get if you keep on getting to the same spot and never progressing? You're just being steady, stable. If you're not elevated in a "what have you done for me lately" league, then what do we got you for? We trying to get to higher and greener pastures. Well, he got that breath of fresh air after beating the Celtics, but then all of a sudden that hot seat started to kick back up once they're down 2-0. So if he ends up in a position where he loses the series 4-1, I wouldn't be surprised about hearing certain rumors about whether his coaching tenure could be in jeopardy.
Well, I'd say the Knicks have the most to lose, honestly. I feel like with the adjustments that they've made and just the moves they made in like the offseason and everything, just building like that perfect team, and also them having home court advantage, like Charles said, man, I feel like they have the most to lose, honestly, man. It'd be very disappointing seeing New York go home, man. I don't want to see them go home, honestly. I want them to go to that next round, because I feel like Brunson due for one. Now, granted,
It's gonna be against your team.
Hey,
I mean, in the process, I mean, if you're okay with it, I'm all for it. Yeah.
He do for one, but like they're not gonna be OKC. We are way better than them. I'm sorry.
Nah, don't walk it back. I thought we was having hope. What's going on?
I'm just saying, like,
Ooh, what the hell did he?
I want him to, you know what I'm saying, get over that hump. I mean, it ain't gonna be against us for sure. But yeah, man, I feel like it's for sure the Knicks that have like the most to lose for sure.
yeah.
Pause. Are you subscribed to Check the Stat Podcast, man? While we on this pause, you make sure you go on that YouTube link and you subscribe to Check the Stat Podcast, or you gonna make my boy Omari sad, man.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
All right, so while we're talking about the Pacers, let's go ahead and stay on Haliburton. Do we think he's... So speaking of the Eastern Conference Finals, we have Tyrese Haliburton.
Tyrese Haliburton.
Yeah, bro, just breathe, nigga.
So all eyes are on him right now. Let's ask the question: has Tyrese Haliburton officially crossed that superstar line?
What is the superstar line, though? Like, we got to come to a
Do you
decision.
think he's beyond an all-star? Do you think no matter what, he is the number one option on his franchise?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then there's a lot of superstars in the NBA.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, because I know it's not 30 superstars. The top 30 players in the NBA are all not superstars. They might be tertiary pieces. They may be co-stars. They may be all-stars, but they're not
Are
all.
they number one option on conference finals team?
Oh,
Hell no.
damn.
That's a good point.
You check them
But
stats.
okay, is Trae Young a superstar? He was a number one option on the Hawks.
But he was a superstar years ago. Like, I think his level has descended tremendously based off the fact that he can't make it past the first round, if not as a recent to play in.
I don't think he's a superstar though.
I think he was a superstar.
I think he had a moment.
No, he was a superstar for it.
Nah, Trey was over, bro.
It's not me being disrespectful. It's like, how much do we attribute it to Trae Young being that nigga as opposed to New York shit in the bed, along with Ben Simmons being Ben Simmons?
We're not going to sit there and say Trae Young just wasn't a superstar for at least that short period of time before we opened our eyes. Like, all right, like, we was tripping. But, like, Trae Young was showing up. Like, I will never forget that game one against Milwaukee.
So how
When he
many?
threw that backboard alley-oop to John Collins and he dunked on bro.
So how many people was Trey? What level was Trey Young at? Was he top 10 at that moment in time?
I say give him about top 15. You know, it's hard to crack in top 10 in the NBA because good players are like good for long periods of time. Instead of like the NFL, like every 4 to 5 years, it's gonna be something. You're gonna have a new top 10.
Yeah.
Okay, if top 15 is the bar, then for Tyrese Haliburton, I guess for now, yeah, he's a superstar.
So your superstar criteria is an All NBA team.
I think my superstar criteria is like you make your bread and butter, obviously, in the postseason. You combine that with what you do in the regular season, the accolades. You just mix it all together and figure out what you got in that pot.
I want to say he's on the verge. He's for sure on the verge of it.
Your favorite player?
Like,
Haliburton.
that's Kevin Durant.
Bro,
my bad.
now you don't know who Haliburton is, bro.
Bro, I just watched bro play.
I think that.
Hey, bro. This dude here, bro.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, what do you remember when you were coming to?
I was just saying he on the verge. That's all I said. He on the verge of being an all-star. That's all I said. I said he on the verge and woo woo.
That was his favorite player. He was like Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you take Haliburton over Fox?
Yeah.
Yes.
Over John Morant?
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
The injury concerns.
Yeah.
I'm saying himself. He ain't been himself again. So,
Over Devin Booker?
no.
No.
But
No.
I don't know. Booking a bad position.
if he get to the finals,
Fuck out of Phoenix.
if he get to the finals, arguments can be made for sure.
I remember D-Book made it to a finals. Like,
Exactly. So now we're comparing apples to apples instead of apples to oranges.
I remember D-Book had to be that like guy on his team for them to go far. I think Haliburton, he has been good. I'm not going to say he hasn't been good, but I think at times like his teammates, like you got a Pascal Siakam 40 ball. You got Dennis Macron. What's his name? Aaron Neesmith. Go off for 6 threes in a quarter. Like,
But who's passing him the ball though? Like, didn't you say last?
multiple people.
I think
Didn't you say that Tyrese Haliburton is the engine of that team? That he's the what'd you say?
he's the catalyst. He's the
No, you
catalyst.
said he's the pace setter. That's what you said.
He's the ultimate.
He's the ultimate pacer,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
he was like, he creates all the opportunities.
For everybody else.
Right, he controlled the game. That's what y'all said.
And I think
Yeah,
that's
but
a
what that
difference. I think that's the difference between him and Devin Booker. While Devin Booker was like,
Devin Booker is a pure scorer. We know that.
He's a pure scorer, but was he essentially the engine to that Suns team?
I mean, realistically, you could say no, but because obviously Chris Paul.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, I'm not gonna sit there and let Devin Booker and Tyrese Haliburton be in talks with each other. Like at the end of that, we know that's ridiculous. Like Tyrese Haliburton has an amazing support. I guarantee you, I could put money on it if you put Devin Booker on that Pacers team. They making the same to the Eastern Conference Final.
Current day Haliburton or current day James Harden?
Halliburton. Oh my goodness, James Harden is hey doo-doo.
I don't know why my mind ultimately went to the Rockets. That's how you know how shitty LA James Harden has been. No
I
disrespect.
mean, that was your favorite player all time.
That was both
Houston
y'all
James
niggas.
Harden.
Nigga had a post in his room.
Nah, not all time. No.
I ain't finna say something outrageous.
Halliburton.
No, I promise it
Elgin
was.
Baylor. Like,
Halliburton, he's on that.
Hell no.
That's the shit you say.
Nah. You know what type of movies I like?
oh my god.
Rated PG-13.
Bro, so
Oh, okay.
nigga thought he said right on all. So
Charlie.
Nah.
Hey,
all business.
You said your favorite player because I reacted like that because I thought you said that's like greatest of all time.
No. That was my favorite player when I was growing up. Yeah.
Alright, shit.
Nah.
But anyway, back on topic. Halliburton or Brunson?
Brunson.
But yeah.
Brunson.
That's
Brunson.
the clutch man.
I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie.
they both did.
If he do the unthinkable and come back from this 2-0 hole, he might be making some pushes for top 5 talks.
Haliburton or Brunson?
Brunson.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes.
He do
Yeah.
his.
Who?
Yes.
How many people would you take over Brunson?
Nigga, what?
SGA, Jokic, Luka, and Giannis. Who's next?
True.
You can throw Braun in that motherfucker, I guess. I don't know.
True.
Like,
He just lost the end.
And
you can throw in that hoe. You can probably throw in.
Angela lost SGA. Hey, like what?
Yeah.
Hey!
That make it like
Okay.
make it top 5 NBA is so like back then you knew who was them niggas. Now it's like you don't really know. You really it changes every year.
it's the changing of the guard. Yeah.
Like it was set in stone who top 5 was.
It's literally the changing of the guard as we speak right
Yeah.
now. Like the younger guys are
They
representing the
ascended, yeah.
NBA now. The older guys at home, like
Yeah.
trying to get on the younger teams. Like KD, I've seen before KD trying to go to the Spurs. Like it's getting spooky out here.
But I feel like that boy Haliburton, he for sure on the verge of being a superstar. I feel like, I guess if he knocked the Knicks off, I guess that'll be like his little, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh shit, like, yeah, Haliburton is like that. And I mean, his playoff ascension has been crazy. Yeah, because I mean, at the beginning of the year, he wasn't really doing much. Everybody he kind of was like that underrated guy. People would say overrated. But at the beginning, CD was like very underrated. Nobody really respected him. Yeah, he wasn't really respected. But now it's like everybody's like, oh, okay, how do you like? You know what I'm saying? He hooping, so you know he on that verge. I can say he on that verge of it. I can't really call him a superstar right now.
He went from being an afterthought to being the only thing standing in the way of an SGA.
And he in a song. He's in a song. That's all you have to. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
I mean, they was but 2 minutes on. What that mean?
They put Tony Snell.
That was nice.
Yeah.
He was solid.
Man, they put Tony Snell in the song.
Man, black and nigga shoot like Tony Snell.
Do you think a GM would find it worth it to build a team around Haliburton?
They already are.
Definitely.
They already are.
It's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They already are.
So,
And they traded for him too. That's the thing.
I mean,
The Kings gave him away. The Kings gave him away.
I say
Ransom.
Haliburton, I feel like the only way he'll be considered superstar in my eyes is if he makes it to the finals. Because I've already seen him here again. Yet it's still his. If you want to go and dissect his playoff track record, you can go in and look and see. Okay, like round 1, he played the Bucks with no Giannis. They won easily. Round 2, they played the Knicks with no Brunson and no OG Anunoby. And
To be fair, they lost them both in Game 7. They lost them both in Game 7, the Knicks. Like, Brunson broke his hand in Game 7.
No, OG was never even on a. Let's be sick. OG was.
He played a bit, but
He played
he wasn't supposed
two
to.
minutes, and then he got off the court. He couldn't do anything.
Damn.
So and then third round, obviously, I think that's when Haliburton was experiencing his hamstring issues. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at it if you wanted to say his path to greatness was flawed in a sense, you could. And then this year playoffs, obviously no Dame in the first round. You got Darius Garland you could tell he's not himself. And you got, what's his name, Evan Mobley missing time, DeAndre Hunt. I mean, he had a lot of, playoffs is about nutrition, about...
Attrition.
Yeah, attrition too. Shoot, nutrition too. Shoot, hey.
Hey, you know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. Depth too. So we can't really take that away from him. Yeah, he got guys like, you know what I'm saying, the guys that's around him or whatever. But it's just Siakam,
Obi Toppin, Nembhard.
yeah, that's what you want though. Like, wouldn't you want the Rockets to have that type of?
We got that.
Y'all have that, but y'all are missing a superstar. But like,
That's the difference.
y'all would need that though. That's what a team needs to go far. So he can't take that away.
So you're
from
saying
everybody.
don't judge him. Don't critique him off of his situation. Don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying we can't take it away from him because he been balling, bro. Like,
Yeah.
even though he has that supporting help or whatever, that supporting cast, bro. Tyrese Haliburton has been balling this playoff series, bro. Like, it's been crazy.
Wait, let me ask you a question real quick, and then we can go on to the next topic. Do you think Jalen Hurts better than Herbert?
Yeah, as of right now, yeah. As of right now.
He's consistent.
Nah, okay. He stuck. He stuck with.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to say, I'm like, Hurts got a better situation. But if you evaluated talents, you would obviously take Herbert. But
yes, exactly.
But you took Hurts, so therefore,
Study wrong, study long.
I
You
mean,
didn't take Mari
We're
long.
gonna
Hey!
take the guy that has
Mari
the
go check
playoff
them
wins,
stats.
and he has the hardware. We can't, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, for sure. I respect it. You just being honest. Herbert's not that guy.
Oh, I hate I just said that shit. I'm playing.
He said it hurts to pick Hurts.
Hey, bro.
It's trash.
But while we're on the subject of the NFL, which team do you think has to make the deepest playoff run, or it's time to start over?
I think by far, and I know we all have different answers, but I think by far it'll be the Miami Dolphins. I think they done invested too much money into these top tier guys. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill on the team making $30 million per year after signing that extension. He's been bad. I'm not even gonna sit there and sugarcoat it, bro. His hands, he can't catch a lick of anything. And I mean, for him getting paid that level of money, I mean, his speed is one thing. Tyreek Hill is still the cheetah. Let's not get it like twisted. But at the end of the day, it's other receivers that are in the league that are slowly but surely surpassing Tyreek. And Tyreek's speed isn't affecting the game like it used to back in the day. You got guys locking him up. You got, coverages working against him. And normally, Tyreek Hill, you remember on Bet R back in the day, his lines was at 99 yards, and he getting that first half easily.
Yeah.
And then we got Jalen Ramsey. I mean, obviously, they just extended him. Was an overreach for sure, saying that your team wasn't a true competitor in the league, and you giving a quarterback that just hit 30, 20. I believe he's making 20. I got it right here.
In their defense,
28.
like, what are the other options at corner?
He's making 24.
Who the other options? This nigga Xavier.
They were out there. They
got no
in the
tools.
corner for. I think Jalen Ramsey officially moved as like.
That safety.
Yeah, he's on some safety type stuff. You got Jalen Water, you gave 3 years, $84 million to. You got two, you gave 4 years, $212 million to. I mean, at the end of the day, the bill's getting longer and longer for y'all not to have a contender. And you got two guys on the outside, they're making close to $30 million a piece. You got Tua that's making $40-something million per year. There's no way that your team is. Shoot, they didn't make the playoff last year. And you're investing that level of money into an offense that you're expecting immediate results with guys that really, realistically is on a win now timetable.
They finna make some changes.
Like Tyreek Hill isn't going to get any better than this. Tyreek Hill is literally his only thing now is declining. There is no more upside in no 31-year-old receiver that's his best attribute is his speed, and you obviously the older you get, the slower you get.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just because he at home in Miami, bro? Do you think it's because he distracted all the stuff that's going on outside of football?
He been like this in Kansas City. Like, his characteristics are virtually identical.
That is true. Well, but I mean, him being at home though, it's like
Enabling.
it's more like. It's way more distracting.
He's an NFL player. He got the palm of the palm of the world.
I ain't trying to make excuses for him, by the way. It's shit. If you on the field, the ball hit your hand, you gotta catch it, bro.
I don't think. But at the end of the day, I think the Miami Dolphins, obviously in a division like the AFC East, where you got Buffalo, but outside of that, I mean, you got Drake May, ascending quarterback for sure. With a rebuild team with Mike Vrabel as the head. You got Stephon Diggs coming in. You got Will Campbell, the anchor of the line. You brought in all these free agent acquisitions. They're only going to get they're only going to have so much time at the top of this division before these teams ascend. So I just don't feel like, Miami's in a win now mode. If they don't win at all, I'm not going to win. They don't make the playoffs. And win, at that point, making the playoffs isn't enough for Miami anymore. It's about results, and if they don't give results, I promise you, that team is going to get blown up so fast.
I think the Dolphins, in all honesty, this might sound crazy, they remind me of the Indiana Pacers because their style of play is so unique, and the engine of their offense, or the engine of their team, essentially is their team. You take away Tyrese Haliburton from the Pacers, you get a completely different Pacers. You look at them this year compared to last year. You take away Tua, you get a different Dolphins team. Look at last year compared to this year. I think, but to agree with you, they will make a lot of changes if they don't progress in this season in ways they haven't done before this season. I think I'm going to stay inside the division, though.
Buffalo.
Close but no cigar. Like, at a certain point, like, you gotta get over the hump. And I know I've been saying this for episodes over episodes over episodes. It's like, what is that phrase? You're like the ultimate bridesmaid because you're always at the wedding, but you never get a ring on your finger. Like, what type of shit is you on? You know what I mean? Like Josh Allen, you've done what you needed to do to get the respect you deserve. You went from a project quarterback to now one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Right.
A lot of people look at you as a top 2, top 3 quarterback in the league. Me personally, I got you top 4, but that ain't no disrespect to you because
that's extremely disrespectful, but that's a topic for another day.
That's a topic for another day, but on this day, I'm going to give you your props. I'm going to give you your flowers. I can't say you earned that MVP, but you did what you had to do to get that MVP. I'm not going to sit up here and hate on you.
Right.
But for guys like Sean McDermott, bro, like, you've been at this point so many times. Like, doesn't this get tired? Doesn't this get old for the upper management to have this guy get you so close to the promised land just for him to wet the bed against the same exact team? Who's to say at this point that if they go up against another team, they make it to the Super Bowl? Because they only showcase getting to the AFC Championship game at their best. We seen them the first time around when they got their ass spanked. We seen the 13 seconds game where Gabe Davis looked like the second coming of Jerry Rice, and they still lost because the defense was wetting the bed within the final 2 minutes. Led them to make a whole rule change. We seen what happened the third time around when Tyler Bass wide left. And we seen the fourth time around when they had all timeouts, all the time in the world to make something shake, and they couldn't get more than 16 yards.
Damn.
Like, at a certain point in time, I understand that this is a talented team, and truth be told, they're probably, at worst case scenario, the third best team in the AFC, at worst, which makes them top 5 in the NFL, at worst. But at the same time, it's like, when you're constantly in these talks and you don't get any opportunity to make some shit shake, at a certain point in time, the people that are controlling the movement of the organization, what direction they go in, they're going to get frustrated. They're going to be anxious to make some changes if they don't get results. And if you're not going to get the results anytime soon, after all this time, the Super Bowl window is only going to be open for so long.
I mean, but we thinking that, but then they're always right there every single year. So what you're saying, I'm not so sure about that. I think Buffalo has been peaking at the door for multiple seasons now.
Yeah, for a minute. Even when they had Diggs, like, yeah.
But my thing is, you have Diggs. I mean, you lost Diggs.
Yeah, they
you lost all of
Diggs,
those marquee guys that you have on your team that made your team so great, and yet you're still here. So I just don't see how this team is one more disappointing season away from the whole team being blown up, because essentially they already did that 2 years ago when they had to let go of certain guys to reward certain guys' contract, like Ed Oliver's, like the ridiculous contract Von Miller got. I mean, Christian Bedford. I mean, you got guys that's coming up on paydays that's younger, and they let go of a lot of those key guys, and they're still competitive. So I think there's other teams out there that's in more do or die strength than Buffalo by far. I think another loss for them would just be another day in Buffalo. Like, damn, we made it that close. It
was so close.
Break it up. Like,
I'm not saying that they are going to break everything up, but at a certain point in time, if you're stagnant and the position you're stagnant in isn't getting you the results you want, then what's stopping you from making any level of change, whether sporadic, whether knee-jerk, or whether calculated move? Like, if I want to get from point A to point B and I never can get to point B, at a certain point in time, it's time to take a different route.
I mean, but you don't think they low key already done that? Because you know they're not moving off of Josh Allen. That's a game.
No. I'm talking about.
That'd be crazy.
But who else? Shakir just got paid.
I'm not talking about players.
I mean, the coach is not. Like, that's the first guy out.
Yeah. Like,
Sadly.
the stagnation of Mike McCarthy for as long as he been with the Cowboys got his ass up out of there. The stagnation of a lot of coaches is what keeps them from being in positions to maintain their job. Especially in a what have you done for me lately league. What has McDermott done lately for the Bills?
With me, I gotta go Detroit Lions, man. I gotta go down. I say Detroit because, I mean, we look at that team. That's a super talented team. That team is nice, bro. That is a very good team. Great coaching. All. They got it all. So I feel like if they can't get over it this year, because we had Detroit going to the Super Bowl last year, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, we had Detroit going to the Super Bowl last year, and they got knocked out by Jaden Daniels. So it's like, man, I don't know. I wouldn't say blow up the project, but man, it's just, I don't know. Detroit. My thing is, Detroit is too talented not to be able to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So I gotta go Detroit Lions.
I can see it too when he's saying Detroit. It's more the fact that 2 years ago they were the NFC Championship, lost on some dumb stuff.
Yeah.
They was literally up
24-0,
yeah. And then you got last year, obviously, with the best record in the league by far, going home playoff game against Washington, which historic was bad defense.
Yeah.
But I mean, to their credit, I guess injuries up against all that injury depleted team, they had a practice squad defense out there.
I think
true.
To add to your point, well, not to add. Yeah, to add to your point, that was like my second team. Like I had the Bills first, I had the Lions second. The only reason I'll give them grace is because of
Jared Goff.
Well, no. It's two things. It's two things. One, I think for as bad as embarrassing as that loss was against Washington, like that was their third loss of the season.
It's crazy. I really feel like Detroit was better than them, like way better than them.
I still look at them as it's crazy in hindsight, but like at that moment in time, when they lost, I still looked at them as the best team in the NFL. They just, in my opinion, they had the worst possible time to have a bad game. But also another thing that I want to give a little bit of grace towards is they just lost their coaching staff. They just got rid of Aaron Glenn because he went on to the Jets. They lost Ben Johnson because he went on to the Bears. So at the same time, it's like I want to give them some level of grace if they underperform to our expectations because they have gone through so much turmoil that realistically, what do we expect from Detroit to do?
Fuck.
What?
Good. I ain't gonna text this nigga Tristan back yet. I'm about to leave him on red. Fuck it.
He trying to make up a response. But man, leading into it, man, NFL top 10 updated receivers in the league right now, man. I'm gonna give y'all my list. It's the most accurate list on the planet, the most accurate list on the internet. You check it out. I promise you, by the end of next season, y'all gonna come back to this list and be like, damn. Like I promise you, wait. Before I go, I had a take. It was NFC East predictions. And it was the Cowboys. I said that the Commanders were going to be better than the Giants. And everybody called me crazy. And then the end of the season, they was in the NFC Championship. And the comment went crazy. I got like 1,000-something likes on it and all type of stuff. So get in with me. I promise you. I'm going to lead you to the promise.
I'm the same guy that said the Jets were going to be some shit. Come on now.
Anybody that thought that the Giants wouldn't be better than Washington, yeah, that's TikTok ball knowledge, my guy.
All right, but leading into it, man, my top 10, man, it's going to make Omari happy. 10, I got Lab McConkey. 9, I got Tyreek Hill. 8, I got Malik Neighbors. 7, I got Brian Thomas Jr. 6, I got CeeDee Lamb. 5, I got Puka Nacua. 4, I got A.J. Brown. 3, I got Nico Collins. 2, I got Justin Jefferson. And 1, I got Jamar Chase.
I know for a fact we got one person that's different. I know for a fact.
Hold on, make me a list again?
Yeah, I know one person we got different.
Lad McConkey 10, Tyreek Hill 9, Malik Neighbors 8, Brian Thomas 7, CeeDee Lamb 6, Puka Nacua 5, A.J. Brown 4, Nico 3, Justin Jefferson 2, Jamar Chase 1.
Damn, Nico at 3?
We got two different.
Nico at 3. You don't think AJ Brown should be at 3 games?
No.
Oh, come on.
I'm with you
Nico
on that.
nice,
I'm with
bro.
you on that.
But, like,
Would
we got-
Nico be at 3?
Yeah.
But let's think about it though. Like Nico Collins going to lead the entire NFL in receiving yards if he didn't get injured. But he did get injured, and obviously people are going to hold that against him. But at the end of the day, let's be honest. This man was leading the league in receiving yards for 4 straight weeks after going out with injury.
Yards per catch too.
I mean, but so that's why I'm like, for me sitting here putting Nico Collins in top 3 talk he's 6'4", 225. He damn near running 4. What we give him? 4.4. It don't even matter what the hell he get.
Probably like 4.5.
He,
Probably like 4.5.
boy, you are crazy. Nico Collins is not running a 4.5.
4.5 is scooting though, like especially.
No, he's really scooting.
Yeah.
Like it's a difference from scooting and really scooting. He's scooting. Like, come on, bro.
Check out though. A 4.5 at like a 5'10", that's slow as hell, but at a 6'4", like that's you seeing nothing but like knees, like maybe he getting to you at a quick rate. That's what I'm trying to say. So like he probably run like a 4.4, 4.5.
Man,
like,
Nico Collins is the most he's arguably a top 2, 3 most explosive receiver in the league. From obviously he's taking screens to the crib. Turn on the Cowboy tape. First play back from a hamstring injury, missed multiple weeks. He took it to the crib. Like,
So I know you were talking about the NBA when you said this, but you said great players are good for a long time, and great players are good anyway. Do you think that these players are only good with their current quarterback, or give them any quarterback and we get the same top 10, the same results?
I mean, you had Justin Jefferson, obviously he proved it. I mean, with Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins. Now it's going to be J.J. McCarthy. I mean, Justin Jefferson had been good for multiple years. But Lee Neighbors had, who? Tommy DeVito, Daniel Jones. Yeah. I mean, he had firefighters throwing him the football. Yeah. And he was top 10 in receiving yards. Brian Thomas had Mac Jones at the end of the year, and Mac Jones was some hot boo-boo. And, I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah,
like
these guys are like that. These guys are very.
And my honorable mentions, I'm in Terry McLaurin as well. Like I don't want to be, that guy. I got Omari St. Brown.
Here's my honorable mention too.
Amon St. Brown, he's slightly outside of my list too. I just feel like there's more receivers in the league that are more dynamic, that does more. I feel like his system and his scheme kind of maximize his use. I mean,
how he's utilized.
Utilized. I'm glad. Yeah. In a sense. And I mean, I don't see nothing too special with him. Wiggle, whatever. I mean, he's good in the slot, great hands, but I feel like
he can run routes.
Especially in this draft class alone that came in, I got 3 guys in that class that's already in my top 10. I mean, Lad McConkey against the Texans, he went crazy, but outside of the Texans, he's been going crazy all year long, and he's only gonna get better with another year in that. I feel sorry for that offense. I don't even want to name his name. I'm gonna just say John Harbaugh. I don't want to. Yeah, Roman. That's
Roman.
Yeah.
That's the head coach.
Yeah, I don't even want to name him. But
I think our top 3 we cool. But I got some.
Nah, because I know you got Justin Jefferson at 1.
No. I got Chase 1, JJ 2, and Nico 3. Like that's for the top 3. That's cool.
Okay, check the stats.
But it's gonna probably get some head turns, so I'm just gonna brace myself for impact. I got CD. I got him at 4. I'm not gonna lie. I got him at 4, man. You see the thing about him though is when you spitting facts, sometimes the facts that he need to have checked for them stats, he ain't ready sometimes. Sometimes he's just not ready.
I'll be damned.
He's just not ready.
CeeDee Lamb is not a top 4 receiver in the league, and CeeDee Lamb is that guy. Don't get me wrong. He's not 4.
Hey, we agree to.
He's not there yet. He's not there. No, he's not. No.
We gonna agree to disagree. I'll get back with you on that. 5, I got AJ Brown. 6, I got.
Wait, AJ Brown is not better than CeeDee Lamb?
I can explain.
What?
I can explain.
How?
I can explain.
How?
I can explain. I can explain. For what AJ Brown is one of them ones, and nobody's denying that. I'm not making it seem like he's a bum. He's not. He's one of them ones. Like I said, he's elevated in top 5 talks for me for sure. But I think what gives CeeDee Lamb the pass over him, even if it is the slightest, I think is because of the fact of like, look at what A.J. Brown is able to do and thrive in a great situation. We know how he was in with Tennessee, and he's obviously done the same thing with Philadelphia. But what's going on with the Cowboys? Who outside of CeeDee Lamb is a offensive threat in Dallas? You got multiple guys. You got people like Devontae Smith wondering, hell, should he be wide receiver number one on basically almost every other team in the NFL? You got the best running back in the NFL. You got in a lot of people's eyes, a top 5 quarterback in Jalen Hurts. You got one of the greatest O-lines in the NFL right now. You got a top-tier elevated level defense. You got all these offensive pieces that help A.J. Brown thrive. And I'm not saying he can't thrive, but what I am saying is that it definitely helps to be the best guy on a team full of a lot of great guys. Am I wrong?
Yeah, 100% wrong. Cause he's literally criticizing him based off a situation, not gameplay. He's criticizing him because he has a great situation around him with running game, with a quarterback, with a good line, and all that stuff. Nah, he's fried.
No, I'm not. Because you gotta think about it like think about it like this from the standpoint of like we seen that stretch of games when that offensive passing game was on some shit. And for as much blame as we want to give Jalen Hurts, how much blame can we give to guys like A.J. Brown? He did perform when asked, but so did CeeDee Lamb. And with all the bullshit he got going on with having his second option be a toss-up between an inconsistent Michael Gallup or a schooner maker or a Kevontae Turpin with a quarterback room of Cooper Rush, an inconsistent Dak before he got hurt. I mean, what more could you ask for a guy of his caliber to do? He got given a big payday for what it's worth, and he has been worth every single penny for the Dallas Cowboys to give him that money. And not to say that A.J. Brown, the Eagles regret giving him that paper, but you make it seem like there's this big-ass gap when all I'm saying is flip the other way, but the gap tiny. But tiny is enough. And I'm giving CeeDee his flowers, man.
CeeDee is a top 4 receiver, just insane to me. I mean, A.J. Brown, Super Bowl champion A.J. Brown. He's the best. He's the best receiver in that division. And it's not even close.
Nah.
A.J. Brown is winning on the outside. I have a kudos, 100% more respect for guys that can win on that outside than guys that just dominate them slots. And CeeDee, I'm not to sit there to say he doesn't go outside, but he mainly operates out the slot. He's mainly good in space. And quite frankly, I'm just not like, we seen too much game tape. A.J. Brown is making more of a difference than CeeDee Lamb. And that's just because simply the fact that CeeDee Lamb, they did that to themselves. Like, that's management. Yeah. A.J. Brown went to the Eagles and made them a literal contender. Because before his arrival, first round exits, they was on Cowboys stuff. Before his appearance, and why I don't know why you making your face.
Because they won a Super Bowl twice within the last 10 years.
Twice?
Yes. They won it last year, and they won it with Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. It's not like it's a terrible organization. It ain't like they've been on some bullshit. They've had great receivers in their past. They had Alshon Jeffrey. They had Zach Ertz doing his thing.
Great receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, guys.
Hey.
Alshon Jeffrey.
I didn't say he was amazing. All I said was for his role, he was great.
Nah, he didn't say that at all. He just
said... I said he was great.
He started off and he said that...
Great receiver like Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey is not great. What are we talking about?
Okay, you make it seem like greatness is in the sense of like Hall of Famer. No, I'm giving him his props.
He's a good
He was
receiver.
a number one option on a title contending team that won a championship. He made a huge difference in helping out Nick Foles when MVP level Carson Wentz went out with injury. Let's not make it seem like Alshon Jeffrey was just a scrub. Nah, he was a number one receiver on 2 different teams prior to making it with the Eagles.
Is he A.J. Brown?
I ain't saying he's A.J. Brown.
I'm just
A.J. Brown is elite.
He did his thing.
Alshon Jeffrey is great.
He did his thing.
What was Alshon Jeffrey ranked in the league around that time amongst all active receivers in the league at that time?
So do you have to be a top 10 receiver to be a great receiver? Is T. Higgins not a great receiver?
No, he's not. He's a good receiver. He's not a great receiver.
He's a good receiver. So I think what he's trying to say is when he say great, he just like he's giving them their.
I don't give flowers, but I don't give
nice.
everybody great. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's like me saying J-Dub is great. Like he's a good player. He's not great. He had a great game
compared to the other 200 to 300 people in the NBA. When he's up in that upper echelon, he's a great player. I'm not saying he's elite. I'm not saying he's elite. Listen, because I know that sounds crazy. I'm not saying he's elite. I'm saying
how a scrub though. He's not a scrub. He's not.
Okay.
Thank you.
But we're saying great.
How many pictures did he have? No, don't let look. The niggas. Okay, I understand his little flaws in the
An
niggas.
all-star.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he is. And Alshon Jeffrey was an all-pro receiver.
Man, look, at an all-pro team. Like,
and he's not a great receiver.
Name your team.
And he's not a great receiver.
Wait, name your team.
No.
My what?
Your top 10 receivers?
Oh, I ain't even finished naming all the guys.
Oh, damn. And we already into it. Y'all already into it. All right, on to the next topic, though, man. With the addition of...
Wait, sorry. Like, pull your shorts down.
Oh, yeah. That nigga naked in the last video. Like, nigga in the last video. I say, where the fuck is your shorts at, nigga?
hey, nigga.
So, number 6, I got Puka. Number 7, I got St. Brown.
Okay.
Number 8.
St. Brown is...
Number 8. Honestly, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to put 8 neighbors. Because Tyreek been on some shit. I got to put Tyreek at 9. And the only reason he's in the top 10 is because of his game-breaking speed. And 10, I'm showing love to Mike Evans.
That's real.
No, it's not.
With Scary Terry as an honorable mention.
I don't even know why y'all got Tyreek Hill in y'all top 10. I'm sorry. What the That's the only thing that's been killing me. I'm sorry. He is not no top 10 receiver to me anymore.
Damn,
maybe like 12. 10 is lad. No cap. It's lad.
For you, it's lad?
Yeah.
Okay.
But are we looking at this from like...
I didn't see that list.
I want to see. Hold on.
Let's see
What's
that
your
list.
list?
What's your list?
Let's see.
Hold on. Before we even get into that, are we looking at this as like, what have you done for me lately, or is it?
It's whatever
over?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Or is it like what we like to see?
No,
like,
who you think is a top 10 receiver in the league? That's
Okay.
plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see that.
I'm kind of like.
Yeah, put that bet.
I'm gonna read it. Nah. All right, my list. You know, you was done.
Yeah.
My list. Stop cheating, then. I'm playing.
Man got him
So 10. So at 10. At 10, I got Lad McConkey. Number 9, I got Malik Neighbors. 8, I got St. Brown. 7, CeeDee Lamb. 6, Brian Thomas. 5, Puka Nacua. 4, Nico Collins. 3, AJ Brown. 2, Jefferson. Well, Justin Jefferson. Then number 1, I got Chase.
BTJ over CD?
I ain't gonna care.
That's not insane.
It's not
bro.
insane, gang. Now, let's be honest. But hold on, let's be honest. CD has had his production has like kind of dropped, and I know it's because who he has at QB, right? Mm-hmm. But Brian Thomas, come on,
had
bro.
Mac Jones.
He had Mac Jones.
He's top
bro.
3 in the league.
Almost
with Mac
Can we sit up here and say that Mac Jones as a quarterback for the Jaguars is comparable to Cooper Rush?
Yes.
Yeah. So how much of a gap is it for Brian Thomas Jr. to have over CeeDee Lamb if their situations are
Is it too early? It's too early.
Well, I put Neighbors in my top 10, so
Yeah,
I mean, you stand on what you stand on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand on that, but like. And it's kind of hard because CD, it's like he broke that record. I can't remember what it was. You remember?
Your favorite player record.
He broke the record.
It was, I think, some receptions record.
Yeah, he broke a record. So like, I'm not saying like Brian Thomas is like extremely better than him. They're like hand in hand right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it as like, what have you done lately? Like that's really what I'm looking at.
But what has? Like, he had a crazy rookie season, for sure.
Yeah.
But is that enough to surpass
like
CeeDee Lamb?
He got potential to.
If he got potential.
But
Versea.
Hold on. I put him over him.
Dang,
I'm saying like
bro. He done walked out the apartment. Dang.
Oh, well, what we gonna do? We gonna keep going?
Hey.
Weave,
They trying to weave it.
You crazy? I don't need that. Nah. As of right now, he got him. As of right now, he got his ass.
Hey, this dude Charles.
Just
bro.
like I suspected.
Make a
Just like I suspected.
Patron America.
Charles.
Hey, bro, chill. That boy
That's
Barnes
not
tried
the, this
to
ain't
get
the
this
discredit.
in.
This ain't the discredit CD or nothing. No, like you know what I'm saying. He's still nice and shit, but it's just the top 10 list change every year, bro. I mean, it changed every year, bro. Like I said, it's gonna change. That shit gonna change this season. Like, yeah, but
Hey, but that,
other than that, what y'all like? That's
it's pretty mid. I'm not big on Omari St. Brown. I just
what he's in his respective area. He's in 8. Like,
I got him in the
Hey,
fact.
yeah.
he outside of it.
he's a 1,000-yard receiver, bro. Like,
How many 1,000-yard receiver we got?
We got everybody essentially 1,000 yards. I think
Shit.
except Neighbors, and that's because he got knocked off.
no, Neighbors it was.
Oh,
He
he
hit
hit 1,000?
he hit 1,000.
That's everybody
Yeah,
at 1,000.
it was Brian Thomas Jr., Malik, and then Ladd. No, it was
For you?
yeah. No, I'm saying like the rookie
order.
receiver.
He
Like
think
a
Brian
receiver.
Thomas the best receiver out of that rookie class, then Neighbors, and then Ladd.
I take Neighbors, and the only reason I say that is because while Thomas's situation was terrible, like
Neighbor's situation was horrible, but like
boy, that's some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, but I mean
If they get terrible quarterback play from Jackson Dart, that still might be an upgrade from what they had for majority of the season with Daniel Jones and Tommy.
do y'all think that like the top let me see, the 5 is crazy? Like,
Stay your 5 again.
5 I had Puka, and then 4 I had Nico, 3 AJ, and then Justin Jefferson.
Nico at 4 is crazy.
I'll put Nico ahead of AJ.
That's
but
around the
that's
a
not
good
the
range.
that's not the worst thing I heard.
But 3
I
is
mean,
respectful for him.
Some people have Nico as like 10, 8. Like
Yeah, that
I
one's
see
wrong.
him. I know he's better than that to me. Like,
I would
You know,
hope
it takes
so.
a lot of people to adjust to change in the world.
Exactly.
hey, that's PFF, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah. And with that being said, man, this is the conclusion of episode 53 of Check the Stats Podcast. We made it to the end of this video. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you follow us on all our personal channels, man. We only getting up from here, man. We appreciate all your love and support. We only gonna get better. We're gonna keep making good content. We're gonna keep rolling this stuff out. It's summertime, so we know y'all gonna be on them devices.
Facts.
Time for y'all to tap in. I know y'all want to hear the hottest sports takes in all the land. CDS, and we're gonna give them to you. Big Mari, Versea, Big Jessie in the back, man. I appreciate y'all boys. Any last words or regards before we dismiss?
You know, at the end of the day, we have our own opinions about who we think is the best, who we think has made it to superstar status, who we think is going to win a championship, who we think is going to do this, not do this, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, time reveals all. Time lets us know what's going to happen in the near future, tomorrow. Though what we focus on today is going to elevate us to greater heights the next day. What these players do, what we do in our lives, time is going to showcase what's going to happen. And if you don't believe that, then you ain't ready to check them motherfucking stats, nigga.
Signing out. Dak is very talented, no cap, but like he just plays like shit when it comes to the playoffs sometimes.
Yeah, Herbert does. I'm glad you said it. Nail on the cuff.
I mean,
They both do.
Yeah, they both.
They
shitty.
both-
to be
Shit
fair,
is
to be fair, we had no chance against you niggas. We was not fucking with
You had a
y'all.
chance against
We-
each other. You had the number one
But
defense.
no, yeah. Who? We did.
Yeah, you chose them.
Scoring defense, yeah.
And we locked y'all ass up for a minute, but hey,
It's a fourth
defense
quarter
get
football
tired.
game.
Oh, it's still going?
Yes.
All right, bro.
Cut that off.
Hey,
It's
bro.
off topic, nigga.